My friend.
What did I do to deserve you finally visiting me after so many years?
I need your help.
I already suspected as much, otherwise you wouldn't be here. How are you, old friend? How do you expect me to be? I'm tired.
And every day I see how things are getting worse out there.
Crime is on the rise, poverty is increasing, our children are going down the wrong path, and every day the misery grows a little greater. Yes, everything here looks pretty run down these days. Just like you.
Just like me. We were both in much better shape back in the day.
And the station, that didn't happen overnight either, but slowly and gradually. What do you mean? Once people have their lives somewhat under control, our elected representatives will come. A new law, a newer form, a new tax, a new regulation is coming. All supposedly for the good of the population. In reality, they are just finding new ways to take people's hard-earned money.
People constantly complain about rising crime, yet most of them aren't criminals at all.
But that's what they're being turned into. You can barely make ends meet with honest work anymore.
So they smuggle, they steal, they blackmail, some even kill.
Not because they want to, but because they have to survive.
Hasn't it always been like that?
Yes, but it's getting worse every day. Those filthy politicians want a little more every single day.
We've worked for those assholes long enough.
They simply can't get enough, and when they notice that people are becoming dissatisfied, then they need an enemy. Then they suddenly discover some independent star system, a planet belonging to a society that is not yet under its control. And suddenly it is said, "There we must defend democracy. There we must bring freedom. There we must create peace."
That's what they did to us. Back then, too.
Yes, and now they are sending our children to war, but in reality, it is almost always about something else. It's about resources, power, and profit. In the end, the rich just get richer. The big corporations are making record profits, and the politicians are being bribed by them.
But our children are not coming back. And when you come back, they are never the same.
What do you mean by not the same anymore? I actually feel pretty good.
Just look at us. Tess has scars all over her body.
Some of our friends never came back.
I now have more spare parts than bones. I was lucky I escaped unharmed. You have suffered the most damage of all of us, and that damage is right here at the top.
You might be right about that, old friend. And why do people put up with all this?
Because some are simply tired of fighting, while others are afraid. And still others no longer believe that I can change anything at all.
But unfortunately, most people are simply gullible.
And that is precisely what those in power are counting on.
That sounds pretty bitter, old friend. Bitter? No, I'm angry.
Yes, but that's the world we live in.
I know that.
But every day it becomes harder for me to accept what is happening around us.
And what do you want to do about it?
Start a rebellion?
I have fought enough hopeless battles in my life.
And your rebellion wouldn't change anything at all. You would only be replacing one criminal with another. And in the end, there are once again people in power who only want to enrich themselves.
And we would be right back where we are today.
My friend, I probably wouldn't support you in a rebellion either. But what I could do is buy an old friend a drink.
I gladly accept the offer.
Besides, you'll have to tell me what brings you to me after all these years.
Then we'll close the shop for an hour. I think that has a longer history.
I almost suspected as much.
No major deliveries are planned for today. Well, it seems it will be a quiet day.
Use NX 22.0 charging station 3.
Understood, charging station 3.
So, what brought her here?
I need to get into the Artemis system. I remembered that you were stationed there years ago.
Artemis, what the hell do you want there?
That's a long story.
You've gotten yourself into some kind of mess again, haven't you?
Yes, that's probably a fair way to put it. I owe a few people money, and at first they wanted to kill me. Now they want me to work for them. Once I finish the job, my debts will be gone, and I'll even make some money in the process.
That sounds like a very risky thing. And just taking off? Has that thought never crossed your mind?
Actually, the thought did cross my mind, but Tess is involved in the matter, and she stood up for me. That's the only reason Dex even gave me a chance. And if I just disappear now, I don't know what they'll do to her.
The Artemis system is a tricky thing.
What do you mean?
It's true, I was on Artemis back then. In the entire system, there is only one habitable mouth. Our mission was simply to arrest a few smugglers. They had hidden weapons there, nothing special. The matter was quickly resolved, but afterwards the gentlemen from Alliance came up with a brilliant idea. They wanted to establish a prisoner camp there.
Why am I not surprised?
The system is located so far out that hardly anyone is interested in it. It's the perfect place to hide things, or people who should never be seen again. People you can do whatever you want with without showing anything. Then we discovered the indigenous people, an intelligent species. Technologically far behind. They had done nothing to anyone, but the Alliance turned them into cheap labor. They were treated like property, and I had a problem with that. Always the knight in shining armor. In your case, with shining arm. I spoke up, which wasn't well received, so I'm being transferred. What I'm getting at is this. Artemis is a dangerous place. It's a damn dangerous place. Even so, I can hardly imagine Dex messing with the Alliance. Dex? The crime boss of Zagor? Exactly with him. Oh shit, you've messed with them?
Well, everyone has their talents, and mine seems to be getting into trouble.
You can certainly say that. But I also don't think Dex would willingly tangle with the Alliance. That's just not like him.
He told me that some competitors had stolen something. They had hidden it on Artemis. I'm supposed to find out how many people are there, how they're armed, and what the access points are. Just scout everything out. Afterward, Dex wants to fly in with his crew and kill everyone there.
No. Something is completely wrong there. If Artemis is really still under the Alliance's control, then either Dex isn't telling you the truth, or he doesn't know himself what he's getting into. I don't like either scenario.
I also think something's not right. Dex would never voluntarily pick a fight with the Alliance.
He may be a criminal, but he is a businessman first and foremost, and he is no fool. Exactly, the whole thing here is a cycle, and Dex is a part of it. Here you have the desert planet. There, the Alliance, together with its corporations, is demanding minerals. A few systems further on are the refineries. Then you have this asteroid field here where mining companies extract earth metals from the rock. Everything is connected in some way. Everything works together. The cities down on the planet, like the one Dex is from, also belong to this system. The workers have to spend their wages somewhere. Forget their frustrations somewhere. So there are bars, casinos, prostitution, gambling, and a black market. And who organizes that? People like Dex. He ensures that the money flows back to where it came from. He buys everything from the corporations. His food, drinks, spare parts, even his energy. Everything comes from the same economic system. In the end, the same people always profit, and everyone gets their share. That means Dex makes a living off the very people he supposedly wants to take action against. Exactly. He would be a close call if he bit the hand that feeds him. Therefore, I don't believe the story about the stolen goods. Then he lies to me. Why is he sending you there of all people? And why doesn't he tell you what really awaits you there? The longer we talk about it, the less I like this assignment. And that's exactly why you should be extremely careful. If everything you're saying is true, why do we see so little of the Alliance here? Because they don't need to be visible at all. They have a few outposts down on Zagor. Just a few strongholds left. They continue to stay out of the dealings of Dex and his ilk. As long as everything is running smoothly, it takes care of what really matters to you. The extraction facilities, the refineries, and the transport routes. And that the locals don't get the idea to sabotage their beautiful machinery. And what is here? Here they do it even more cleverly. At the very top, in the upper levels of the station, sit the executives of the mining companies, the partners, and the investors. People with more money than they ever could spend can live up there like kings. Down here work the people who made this wealth possible in the first place. Layer by layer, day by day. And do you know who keeps things in order here? Probably not the Alliance. Not the Alliance. It's private security firms, well-paid and heavily armed, that do the dirty work. This means that the Alliance is deliberately keeping a low profile. Exactly, that way their reputation stays clean. If someone down here gets shot, if workers disappear or strikes are crushed, then officially it was the security firm. You hardly see anyone from the Alliance here. They sit in the background and pull the strings. The more you tell me, the more I feel like everyone here is just a pawn. The only difference is that some pieces know they are standing on a chessboard.
Thank you for the wonderful evening, darling.
We should celebrate this deal properly. Alarm Sector B. Shots reported.